Hello there, and welcome to the RetroSaber podcast. And this is a very special RetroSaber podcast. So, generally, these are just me talking, giving my thoughts, my opinions, my views, but very rarely, occasionally, under very special circumstances, I do actually bring other people into the podcast. I did this a little while ago, you may remember, with Razza is Retro, when we were talking about the Street Fighter 2 sub-series of games. Another thing I do like the idea occasionally, if the situation warrants it, is doing a little bit of an interview with people, and that's exactly what we have here today. Many of you guys will know that one of the gamers I interact with most and do an awful lot of streams with is Thegaminglord04. Initially, we just spoke about being friends. That the reality is, and I think it's the cat's out the bag, is that he's actually my nephew, which is one of the reasons we've done so much of our streaming together, our gaming together, on his channel and mine. Well, recently, Thegaminglord04 hit 2 years old for his channel. In fact, he hit this marker exactly 2 days before mine. And as part of the celebrations, we did a 2.5 hour, it was meant to be a 2-hour stream for a 2-year anniversary, but ended up being a 2.5 hour stream playing various different game modes on Destiny 2. And one of the things we decided to do was do a little bit of an interview. We'd spoken about doing this for a podcast on my channel before, and we decided this would be a really fun way to do it. So we actually set up midway through the game. We went to a planet called Europa in the game, a nice big icy snowy planet, and we literally sat there on a live stream and I conducted an interview about his channel, his gaming habits, all of those fantastic fun things. And that's what I've got for you today. Today's podcast is literally that interview. So bear in mind this was taken during a live stream. There is a little bit of feedback on his responses sometimes, a little bit of an echo. So I do apologise in advance for that. Hopefully it won't stop your enjoyment of the interview too much. But please do give it a listen. Have a little look below. The link to his channel will be there. So hopefully you'll decide to check it out and give his channel a little bit of love too. And I will catch you here again right after this interview. Hello there, welcome to a special saberduelgaming interview right in the middle of a 2-year anniversary live stream with my very special guest, Thegaminglord04. Hello, Gaming Lord.
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you for letting me have this special opportunity to give a little interview with you on what is a very special occasion. And first of all, before I say anything else, congratulations on making it to 2 years on YouTube.
Thank you very much for that.
You're very welcome, so I've got a few questions to work through, and some of them will just be just random things I'm thinking and stuff like that. Others might be things that people put in the chat. But I suppose, first and foremost, I think someone alluded to this question earlier on. What was it that got you interested in the idea of making a YouTube channel, and specifically making that YouTube channel about gaming?
So what got me interested was, well, I'd always watched like YouTubers on YouTube, obviously, like Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, you just gaming YouTubers in general, and I thought, well, I'd like to do that someday. And then all of a sudden I thought, you know what, I'm gonna record me playing Spider-Man one day. And yeah, and I think now that video has 21 views on my channel.
So was that Spider-Man one the first live stream you did?
That was the first video I did on the thing. I didn't do live streams at this point.
Oh, it was like a recorded video, and then you posted it separately. Yeah. Okay. Because I know you've recently been doing another Spider-Man game. Was that the direct sequel to that game?
Yeah. So it was the sequel to Spider-Man Miles Morales, technically, because Miles Morales came after Spider-Man, and then Spider-Man 2 came afterwards. So yeah, direct sequel, you could say.
Over the last 2 years, because obviously that's quite a length of time, and I know from a lot of the people I've spoken to that have got YouTube channels and stuff, the prevailing thing I tend to hear is that a lot of channels fail, or maybe not fail, but people pack it in the first 6 months to a year. What was it in general that's helped you keep motivated to keep streaming, to keep doing videos, posting shorts, and just keep gaming on YouTube in general?
Well, it's more like it's more that I've enjoyed like just playing games and recording them, and um, so it's like it's my way of like sort of giving back to the gaming community for
Nice.
having laughs and stuff, and obviously your support throughout multiple of my streams has helped a lot. Um, there have been there's been a few there's been a few where we've both struggled, uh, and we've sort of like supported each other, just like, well, we'll just do this one more, and then just like, and we'll just do it like this. So that's helped me out as well. And then people in the comments have helped, like the reoccurring viewers coming back and all that, and that also boosts my morale. Seeing that people are coming back and watching my videos.
Yeah, it's always a nice little boost, isn't it, when you've got additional people returning and
Yes.
interacting and stuff. So what games have you? I mean, obviously, I know. I'm that. This is sort of cheating because I know the answer to this as well. But
Yeah.
in general, what kind of games have you mostly focused on, and have they been because they've been games you specifically like, or have they been because they're games you think people want to interact with?
Well, when I was first starting out, I was Spider-Man was one that I was just like, I've played the game before, I know what I'm doing, I can talk about it, and I can talk about um, Easter eggs in the comics that I noticed and stuff like that, because I my favorite superhero is Spider-Man. Um,
Right.
like the first comic book series I've read was the Ultimate Spider-Man series, so um, that meant I could talk about Spider-Man more than I could anything else, and I thought that would be a good thing to start the stream with the YouTube. I then did some Five Nights at Freddy's, which I thought it's one of the more popular indie horror games
Yeah.
that'll get more views. That was purely because to get more views, and I wanted to actually play the games. Um, and then I started moving into more horror and stuff like that. With the Resident Evil games, I did Doom. Um, technically, Devil May Cry you could class as horror.
Yeah, it's got a horror theme to it, hasn't
Yeah,
it?
it's got demons in it. I'd say that's horror enough.
Yeah, counts.
Yeah. Um, so yeah, it was mainly just one off, and then I've moved away from horror a bit, but I am planning to go back and continue playing the Resident Evil series. Um, but yeah, I've also done a couple like one-off streams where it's like I've done Dead by Daylight as a one-off stream. That was actually fun to record because uh, I it was my first time doing it, and it's more like it's unexpected jump scares and stuff like that because it's a player playing the killer. So that was a fun one to have a go at.
What games would you say have been the ones you've played that have garnered the most interest and stuff in your streams, either because you've had more people watch
Well,
them or interact, or just the feedback's been more
yeah.
positive?
Well, the majority of the time is I'm also realizing I didn't mention Destiny 2 at all when I said playing the games I played.
I think people get that.
Yeah, we're playing it currently. Um, yeah, most of the time it's the Star Wars Battlefront and Jedi Survive. Well, not Jedi Survive, Jedi Fallen Order. They've gathered quite a few views over the years. Um, and I'd say Destiny at points does have its moments where I do get quite a lot of views on the videos and stuff. But I'd say one that was probably like a stand out of the series would have when I played God of War, the first one in the Norse mythology.
Yeah,
series of games. That gathered a few. The first few episodes of that stream of not the stream of them gameplays
yeah.
gathered a few views and stuff like that.
That's good. That's good. What would you say? Because I mean, I think we both know doing a YouTube channel has its ups and downs and its challenges and stuff like that. If you were picking one thing that you think is the biggest challenge in um, coming back and constantly keeping the channel going, what would you say is the biggest thing that's either a challenge, an obstacle, or just something that's the hardest thing to keep motivated with, or whatever it is? What's that one thing that
I
sort of
say
makes it hard?
I say when it's like when you're having like a bad day or something like that. You've got home and you just either exhausted from having a long day at, well, for me it's uni now, or it was college. I either had a bad day or I was just tired from it, and that was when I struggled a bit with posting and stuff like that.
I think that's quite a common thing, isn't it, for
Yeah,
people?
yeah, it's like, and sometimes actually it has helped me get out of being in a bad mood because I'm just like I'm putting on like a persona just to be like to do the streams.
Yeah.
It's gonna sound cringy as hell. It takes me out of my world when I'm playing the other games and stuff like that. So like right now, like we could simply be having this conversation like sat next to each other, but it's like we're um, we're on an ice planet talking to each other about my YouTube channel.
Out of this is slightly, and we will come back to the channel and
Yeah.
stuff, but separate to your YouTube channel, what would you say are your favorite types of games to play? If you were picking it down to like say
Okay.
three genres, what
Yeah.
would you say your three favorite genre of games
I'd
are?
say definitely action. Horror is definitely up there. I do quite enjoy a good old horror game. Because they're also, despite being scary, which are they are challenging as well. Action games are mainly. I do enjoy. Well, they're action and adventure really, but action and adventure games they're good. And once in a while, I do actually quite enjoy playing a good old fighting game like Mortal Kombat and stuff. I haven't really streamed that, but it it is it is a good. I do enjoy doing that.
Over this last year, what would you say have been the in the and it can be some of it can be about the channel specifically, some of it might just be about gaming in general for you.
Yeah.
But over the past year, what would you say have been the biggest achievements, the biggest changes, or just the things you've enjoyed the most?
Um. Well, a couple. I'll start with the achievements. One of them would be definitely hitting 50 subscribers. That was one that I celebrated this year. That was one that I
It's
was
a
happy
it's a
about.
fair sort of big
Yeah.
marker point, isn't it?
Yeah. Sorry. Um, so yeah, that was like halfway to 100. We've hit 63 during the stream, I've been told. So that's exciting as well.
You have.
Um, but yeah, another achievement I'd say was just like getting it to this point because there was a time um, where I was first starting uni. I was just like this, like I was considering just like I don't know what I'm gonna do if like I'm busy doing like assignments and stuff like that. I don't know when I'm gonna have time to stream and stuff like that. But no, I think I've worked a way around it so I can still stream and focus on my uni work.
And that's
So yeah,
really important because obviously you've still got to keep real life
yeah,
going. But I think
but
like what you
also
talk about there is it's that balance. It's
yeah,
finding a balance that works for you. Because I think earlier on you mentioned a little bit about it. Sometimes when you come home and you're tired and you just want to go to bed or whatever, and it's
yeah,
like it can feel like it's a chore. And it
Yeah.
should never feel like a chore, should it? It should be something
No.
it can be a bit of work, but you
Yeah.
enjoy it, and it's really good to hit that
Yeah.
sort of balance, really.
And it is like it's always the ones like when I'm either streaming with you or a game that I'm waiting to play and stuff like that. That keeps me motivated and keep going. Like the stream we did the other day, for example, on the weekly thing. Like we've been pushing that back over and over again because we were dreading the
Yeah.
season. And then we came back, completed that mission, and knocked out the park.
Okay, I'm gonna throw out a few light-hearted questions for
Yeah,
you now, okay? So it's sort of like just silly ones.
quick
Keep
fire
it
round.
going.
Okay.
Well, yeah, quick fire rounds.
Yeah.
Okay, what would you say specifically from streams now? So these have to be your sort of live streams on your channel. What would you say is like the funniest moment that's happened in the last year?
The last year, um, I think it happened quite recently. Actually, it happened on our Christmas stream. The funniest moment was definitely when you were dancing with that other player. that
And
is
it just kept
definitely
going on, didn't it?
that just kept going on. That kept going on after the stream had finished. That went on for a good 10 minutes after the stream had finished.
Yeah, because didn't you
That was
record it on? You
I did
recorded it on
actually,
your
yes.
phone and posted
A
it as a
couple a
short.
couple minutes after the stream finished that day, it was still going. I'm just like, I need to record this just as a short. But yeah, that definitely is the funniest moment of the year for me.
Awesome. What has been the most single challenging moment of any game that you have streamed?
Oh, okay, that's a good one.
Or challenging or frustrating?
Oh, um, well, there's a couple. There's this season of Destiny.
Yeah.
There's been a
That's been a
few.
nightmare.
It has been a nightmare. There was a few definitely recently on my Spider-Man streams that I'm just like, this is just BS at this point. Just like I am pushing buttons that should mean I'm doing this. But no, the most challenging thing I'd say that I've done fully this year was playing Spider-Man and Jedi Fallen Order on the highest difficulties. Granted, I didn't fully do Jedi Fallen Order on the highest difficulty. I did change the difficulty at points to progress the stream so I wasn't stuck there forever. Um, but yeah, I'd say that those two things were definitely the most challenging things to do.
And what would you say has been the most fun, just enjoyable, relaxed, chilled, light-hearted moments of streaming that you've had this year?
Um, Probably when we just do like mayhem streams.
Mayhem. Yeah.
Because like it's when we're not too bothered about winning. We're just playing mayhem because it's mayhem. It's fun to play and all that. It's just causing chaos and mayhem.
Yeah.
Throwing grenades, feeling Nova bombs in our bones,
In our
throwing
bones.
more grenades.
Did you throw enough grenades?
Exactly. You've got to
Okay.
always ask yourself that.
Yeah, you've always got to ask. Right, okay. And I'm going to throw out just a couple of things to wrap up. I'm just going to throw out a few random gaming questions. So these aren't even
Okay.
specifically to your channel. These are some random gaming questions. Okay.
Alright.
And these are just sort of, again, sort of quick fire. So you got to go whatever you come first,
Okay.
right? You are stranded on a desert island and you are only allowed to take one game, but that game, you get all the updates, everything of it, but it's just one game. What game are you taking?
Destiny 2.
And do you know what? I totally agree with that because of the amount of content and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a lot of variety, and you can visit
Exactly.
different places.
I would have said Devil May Cry until I finished listening to the question.
Yeah. That's
But
fair.
no, yeah,
Yeah.
Destiny 2.
Okay. Next question. What is the first console you ever owned?
Xbox 360.
Oh, that's a classic console. That's a
Yeah.
nice console.
Moved
Some
moved to
really
the
good games on
PlayStation
there.
4 due to circumstance because I got the Red Ring of Death virus.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. What's the first video game you remember playing as a kid?
Ooh,
Doesn't have to be the actual first, but the one you remember playing.
probably Skylanders.
Oh my God, I forgot all about that.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Also, I've just realized, tell a lie, my first console was actually a Wii, but it wasn't my personal one. It was
Okay.
the family owned one that we did Wii Fit on and stuff like that, like the classic like
That's fair.
Wii games.
Yeah.
But my first personal one was the Xbox 360.
Okay.
But yeah,
And then next question.
Skylanders first game.
Skylanders. Okay.
Yeah.
Next question then. If one video game could be turned into a movie and one different video game could be turned into a TV series, what are the games you're picking and which one's which?
Okay, Devil May Cry movie.
Yeah.
I know we're getting an anime from Netflix soon for Devil May Cry, but no, I'd rather have Devil May Cry as a movie
Yeah.
and Destiny as a series because there's so much lore in Destiny. Like it's like what the questions you ask me about the story barely scrape the surface.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, no, yeah.
Okay. And my last sort of rapid fire question. Obviously, you know that Saber Duel Gaming, my own channel, is whilst it does have some modern gaming on, is more of a retro gaming thing.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Obviously, you're a fair bit younger than me. I think it's fair to say.
Uh-huh.
So retro gaming for you might be a little bit different. But what would you say is a retro gaming either game or character that you would say you still have some love for?
Um, gotta go with Leon.
Oh, from Resident Evil.
Yeah, gotta go with
Yeah.
Leon.
Well, yeah, because he was obviously in Resident Evil 2. That's
Yeah.
old enough that I'll class that as a retro character. I'll take that. I'll take that.
Like
Um,
Resident Evil.
okay.
I mean Leon just like in general, like not either version of Leon from like the remakes
Yeah.
or, I mean just
Just the
Leon.
character himself.
Leon Kennedy, yeah.
Yeah. That's fair. That's fair. Okay, well, just to wrap up, I just want to say, first of all, thanks for letting me take the time midway through this stream to interview you on this
Yeah, no
very
worries.
special occasion. Big achievement for you, so congratulations for making it to 2 years. Have you got any sort of goals for what you want to achieve over the next year? So by the time we sit here, this time in 2025, what would you like the Gaming Lord 04 to be like at that point?
I'd
Where would you like it
say
to be?
at most I'd like to get to obviously what I want the most is to get to 100 subscribers. Realistically though, probably reach about 80 maybe by the time next year.
Yeah,
Um, and I want to try do more games at ultimate difficulty and stuff like that. So possibly play um, some of the older games I already know. So like possibly like God of War or Doom Eternal that I've played before. Maybe even a Resident Evil one that I know the layout of and all that. So
so would
um,
you say you like to try and focus on doing the games on a harder level,
yeah,
demonstrating the
because
challenge of them?
I did enjoy the challenge of completing the other games that I have done recently. So yeah,
That's fair. That's fair. That's not something I've ever really done, so I can respect that. I can
yeah.
respect that genuinely. We have a question in the chat. Can you ask him from Hardly Quinn what his favourite gaming soundtrack is?
Okay, yeah. It's a draw again between Devil May Cry 5 and Doom Eternal. Uh, the Devil May Cry 5 soundtrack, each character has their own song. Each one is actually like unique to the character and the style and stuff like that. My favorite out of those songs would be Devil Trigger and Buried Alight. Nero and Virgil's songs are probably the best ones in that game. The Doom Eternal music is just like any version of the Doom music is great, but Doom Eternal is like, I know you're used to the original Doom soundtrack, Saber, but
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for the new stuff.
Okay, well, it has been a pleasure getting to interview you here, mate. On this very special occasion. I understand as well that during this stream you hit 63 subscribers. Is that right?
Yes, I did.
Well, just from looking at the actual stream and stuff, I have the pleasure of telling you you've actually hit 64 subscribers.
Yes, let's go.
So yeah, congratulations. Yeah. You have made it to 64 subscribers. I'm going to wrap up the interview here. So okay. I will just say thank you once again to the Thegaminglord04. A big congratulations on hitting 2 years and just hitting 2 extra subscribers in one night as well as one yesterday. I think you got, didn't you?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Do you want to give a little bit of a shout out to your channel before we wrap up the interview?
Yeah. I don't do many gaming reviews like Saber, but I mainly focus on gameplays, and if you're mainly interested in that, come check my channel out if you haven't already, obviously.
Brilliant. I will post a link. When I post this, I will post the link below. And yeah, I would encourage everyone to go and check out the Thegaminglord04. I also regularly guest on his channel, as I am right now as we record this. So if you want the full Saber Duel gaming experience, you've got to be on the Thegaminglord04. And if you want the full Thegaminglord04 experience, you've got to be on Saber Duel Gaming. So I will wrap this up there. Thank you very much to the Thegaminglord04. Congratulations on 2 years. And until next time, everybody, Thegaminglord04, you too, take the high ground. And there we have it, my very special interview with the Thegaminglord04, right smack bang in the middle of his Destiny 2 live stream set on Europa on his 2-year anniversary. I know I've already said it there in the interview itself, but a big thank you to the Thegaminglord04 for letting me interview him on a very special day. There will actually be a version of this interview on his channel eventually, which will have some content that was missing from this. So please go and check that out as well. His link will be down below as well, so you can check out his channel, have a look at his live streams and stuff. And yeah, I would encourage people to do so. He does some great stuff, and I do regularly feature on his channel, so you get the full Saber Duel gaming experience. Anyway, until next time, I hope everyone has a fantastic day, a fantastic week, a fantastic month. Thank you for checking this out. Put a like on this video if you enjoyed it. Comment down below if you've got any ideas for future podcasts. And until next time, take the high ground.